So a lot of people feel that you can't record live instrumentation. I've seen it in a couple live streams and chats where people say you can't record live on here. That's not true. It is more steps to do it. That is true, but it's definitely doable. And I'm going to show you the way I do it. And doesn't mean the way I do it is the only way, but it's the way that I find it works more efficient, where you get your parts separated and you don't have to keep building on. So it is using a form of resample. Right now, I'm going to show you, though, I have a 8-bar drum count here. Some jazz drums. So let's say I want to get this on a track. In order to do what I do, and that is being able to play in live something into it with an external source, you're going to need to go into the pattern mode. So you will have to use the pattern sequencer. If you don't want to use the pattern sequencer, you'll have to use resample in here, and you won't get your parts separated. You'll just be playing over the top of what you already have. And at that point, I personally don't want to do that, but that's one way. You could do it that way. So anyway, to play in live, again, you're going to go to pattern select. We're going to record and select the first pattern. Now we're going to set the bar length. Make sure your BPM is set too, because you can have different BPM sometimes. So we're going to set it to 8. And I like to be in TRX. That's the step sequencer. So this is basically because I'm just placing what I've already done on the sequencer. So we're going to hit record, and you'll see the sequencer starting to go. Hold sub, press the one you want, and place it on the 1 of the very first bar. Then go ahead and exit out. So now you have it. So your first one is in loop. So for somebody that's new to the SP, let me explain it to you this way. There's creating a sample, or chopping a sample, or however you want to do it. That's on the main thing that you do that's not in the sequencer. When you get to the sequencer, you're literally just sequencing the parts you've already made. That's how it works, okay? Then there's a song mode where you put all these parts together and then you build the song out. That's one way of doing it, right? You can also export stems. Well, that's a whole nother subject. So there's the first start. You got your first part going. Now you got your drums. Let's add some chords into that. We're going to be using these chords, something on that I'm randomly going to play on this double felt grand from Keyscape. And so the way we're going to do it is we're going to hit resample. Make sure you go to resample. Resample. Pick the pad you want it to go to. So this is taking you back to the front page, even though you're still in pattern, and asking you which one of these squares you want that's blinking that you want to put it on, because these are your drums, so you don't want to touch these. So we're going to pick this one. Now it's asking you which pattern do you want to play. We're going to use this one, but before we do that, make sure you set the bar count up here to 8, because you want to play 8 bars. And now it's going to wait for me to start playing. So all I got to do is catch the beat and go with it, or catch the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So that's just whatever. Now you'll see this one is the chord, and it's played whether I was on time or not. That's a whole different story there. But it's played that portion and recorded it to its own pad. So now, just like you sequence this one, you're going to sequence that one. So press the sequencer, hit record, pick the same sequence you were already on, which is right there. Now, when you hit record, you're going to pick this one and put it on the 1. Exit out. That was some bad playing. So disregard that I played awful right there, but the point is you can do it. You can record, get your parts So now when you go back here, you have your parts together. Right? That's what it's playing. Okay? So you could do it and just play it off the front screen, but I usually just press the pattern. It's much easier to just press once. All right? So let's say you want to edit that. You wanted it to be 16. You could hit pattern, edit, select the pattern, menu, duplicate, and then you make it a 16 now. It just takes what you already have and makes another copy of it and makes it 16. So that's pretty much how you do it. And so that people can know that you can do it on the SP. Like I said, it takes a little bit of work, but the joy of working with the SP is you're working with audio. It's a different feel. You embrace mistakes and just try it out. You never know. Now you can do this in Koala also. So if you want to practice, if you're thinking about getting an SP, but you want something to just start out with that's cheaper, $15 for Koala, pretty much the whole thing. And now you can get in there and start doing it on Koala. Try that out first. And then if you like it, cool. If you don't, then probably don't get an SP, because that's exactly how the workflow works. Now, when it comes to recording and instruments, of course, you can do samples a little different, but there you go. All right, so that's it for this video, and I'm out.